Welcome to this short masterclass on the spinner or Ronnie rig, and I'm just going to quickly talk you through the reasons why I use it and the situations I use it in too, and a little bit about its construction. So the other part of the rig I'm using apart from the spinner is going to be a helicopter style rig. Now I've got a quick release bead on the top here, which obviously will pull free if a fish gets tethered, and on the bottom I've got a 3.5 ounce lead with a quick release heli bead. In the middle I've got a quick release Ronnie style or spinner style clip on a swivel. Okay, now the line I'm using here, due to the fact that the water's fairly clear and I want to get the line to sink down fairly well, is this stuff. Absolutely brilliant, really impressive. It's been on the market a little while. I started using it instead of lead core, and to be honest, it gives me a fabulous presentation. I've not lost any fish using it either. It's incredibly strong. After you've constructed that part, the only thing I'd like to say is on the top where you join the leader, which is about 1 metre long, to your main line, what I like to do on the knot is just put some tungsten putty, which I mould around the knot. That allows the whole thing to sink. I'm generally using a back lead as well, and in fact on this occasion I'm using 2 back leads because I'm fishing at quite a large range. Now the spinner rig itself, a lot of people just think this is just used for a pop-up like this. It's not. You can use it for bottom baits as well, and in fact it's what I use for all my bottom bait fishing now. I've switched over from a standard blowback rig, which used to be my go anywhere rig, and I'm using this now, and the hook holds I get on it are absolutely fantastic. Every single one has been in the bottom corner of the mouth. Had nothing in the top, everything's been perfectly nailed in the side. Now for this rig I'm using some boom material. There we go. This is 35 pound breaking strain, and it's, I believe it's 0.65 millimeters. There we go. So you'd need to buy the crimps to go with it, because I don't like to knot this stuff. Crimps you're going to need are going to be the 0.7 millimeter, because you go half a mil higher than the length, so you can get the line through. Construction of it wise, I formed a loop at the top with a crimp. Just remember when you're crimping, you got, particularly on these ones, you've got 3 different sizes of crimp. The large one is for the 0.7 mil, the middle one is for 0.65, and the lower one is for 0.6. Now if you get it in the wrong one and use the wrong one, the crimp is going to bed into the pliers. It's going to be an absolute pig to get out of the pliers, so you'll know if you've used the wrong one. Form a loop at the top, which I've done, and crimp it. Okay, that's really strong. You don't need to do anything else. You don't need to blob tag it. You don't need to put knots in it, nothing like that. Just that. That's absolutely strong enough for anything we're going to catch. The other thing I do a little bit different to a lot of people, once I've got my spinner swivel on the bottom, I crimp it, and then I slide on one of these tungsten sinkers, lubricate over the top with some spit or anything, Vaseline or whatever, and then slide that sinker back over the top. Now you don't need to worry about not being able to reuse these. If you stick a baiting needle through them, you can reuse them. It's very, very good. So that's in place. That allows that to sink, give it a little extra weight on the swivel. Once you put your hook on, clip it onto your quick release spinner swivel, and then push on a kicker over the top. Following that, we've then got a micro-sized ring swivel. So you've got the ring on the shank of the hook, sliding freely, and then also it can rotate the boilie because it's got a micro swivel inside. Okay, so that gives it lots of freedom of movement on the hook shank. Final part of it is put on a small hook bead. Now these are the high grip ones. You can get lots of different ones. They're black, they're coloured, all sorts. Does it really matter? I don't know that it does. As long as it grips the hook, it's pretty good. Now, positioning for it, I like to go just below level with the shank, so that the boilie will sit like so. Okay, like I say, you can use this for pop-ups or bottom baits. If it's on the bottom, it sits nicely like so. Okay, so that's really, really simple setup. All you've got to do now is put an anti-tangle tubing onto here, slide it over the top and clip it onto your rig, and you're good to go. Bait wise, nothing better, is there? Rod Hutchinson's LT. Can't think of a better bait to use. I've caught so many fish on this in the past, and I've done 7 or 8 days so far this week, and I'm up to nearly 30 fish, including a 40 and 430. So it works for me. I'm sure it'll work for you guys. It's a fantastic bait. So there we go. That's my construction of my spinner stroke Ronnie rig. It's particularly good in silt, this setup, because obviously it sits down where, if you had the rig this side of the lead, potentially it could end up sitting up awkwardly if it goes into the silt, because it is silt and clay here. But on this helicopter style, it allows the lead to penetrate down and the rig will sit gently on top. And there we go, perfect presentation. Hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll see you for the next one.